Hello, Councilwoman Johnson.
Hello, Vice Chairman Carlos Clanton. How are you this evening?
I am doing well. You look like you're in a very familiar place.
I am. I'm in the council chambers on the 10th floor, and I'm sitting in the mayor's seat.
Right, y'all heard it here. Councilwoman Johnson sitting in the mayor's seat.
Oh,
But look, we want to welcome everyone else who's watching on our various different platforms tonight. But we are excited to just share information with the community about the upcoming Community Connect event, which is going
so,
to take place. Go ahead, Councilwoman.
Vice Chair, words can't express how excited I am. Because as Ward 3 City Council representative and as the City of Norfolk, one of the City Council members, everything that we do in Ward 3 is about the citizens and beyond. It just so happens that the Community Connect will take place in Ward 3, but we both agreed that this event was for every citizen in the city of Norfolk, and we want everybody to understand that. I know that you have a clear understanding because we talk about certain things. That it is all about the people. We represent the entire city. It's just that we were hired to do the work in a certain part of the city. And so the goal with the Community Connect is that both sides of the city will come together and join in all of the wonderful resources. Vice Chairman, I can honestly tell you that I believe that the work that we've done is going to be something phenomenal. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Johnson. Definitely for the teamwork. I mean, I remember literally coming to you with an idea, and you jumped right on it, and because you could see the larger vision there, and you actually helped to even make that vision greater than what I was thinking it could be. And so we appreciate that and appreciate your leadership.
You're more than welcome, Vice Chairman. Also, you know, with the understanding is that on this journey, going to visit Kirikishu, Japan, and Tokyo, Japan, a year and a half ago, and taking some of the great ideas of the entire cities in Japan, and bringing it home. And out of that, the mayor's commission on lifelong learning that took place almost maybe 3 years ago. So during the pandemic, Dr. Woods Warrior, who is the executive director of Believe in Learning, her sole responsibility is to take the resources and give it away to every citizen in the city of Norfolk. So for you saying, you know, the Community Connect, it also is in partnership with Lifelong Learning, Believe in Learning. And so if the residents aren't clear what lifelong learning is, I strongly encourage you to get involved because it is everything that you could imagine needing help with in the city of Norfolk. The resources are at your fingertip. So we did it in the 16 months during the pandemic. We continued to work. And now we can connect Believe in Learning to this wonderful event, the Community Connect.
Great there. So, Councilwoman, up here just to kind of, can you hear me better?
What did you say, Vice Chair?
I said, can you hear me a little bit better?
Um, your voice is a little lower. I could hear you louder, so I could try and figure out what you were saying. And it's just the connection problem, but I want the citizens to know we got this. We're too excited to let anything stop us at this point, because we're doing it all for you. So I'm ready. I can't hear you. Melissa?
I think I was mute. You hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So it's like, we're in this perpetual thing with the Zoom world and all this virtual stuff. I tell you, we start talking all the time and forget that we put ourselves on mute. But I just wanted to remind those who are watching that you can place your questions, if you have any questions, in the comments section. If you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube, you can place those there. We'll be able to see them and try to do our best to answer those.
Sounds okay.
Okay. The other thing is we wanted to share, this is on our website. You can see that scrolling around the bottom of the screen here. And that's the communityconnect.org. But it states, whether you want to lend a hand or you need a helping hand, the Community Connect Resource Expo is where you get connected. And I think that was really what you were saying, Councilwoman Johnson, right? That we wanted a space that individuals could come one way, be able to find resources and be connected to those resources and leave better than the way they came. And when you start to think about the various things that we're going to talk about that will be present at this event, it's going to be a great day.
And I think that, Vice Chair, what I really would like the citizens to know as well is the purpose of this is so that we can impact lives, but people's lives can also change for the better. And the goal is that I am a boots on the ground type of lady. And so I firmly believe in taking it to the streets. And that is why, again, the lifelong learning, believe in learning. And I know I mentioned this to Vice Chair, so he was really excited. It is now housed in the Broad Creek Library, the Anchor Branch Jordan Newby Library. We wanted the citizens to have access to all of the resources. You can come in the front door, and there is someone there to help you with this, the resources. And I think that Vice Chair, and along with Team Norfolk and we thought of everything possible that could help our citizens be successful with the Community Connect event. So again, the both of us are just so excited to be here with you this evening. So thank you again, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Councilwoman. I also want to just pause and recognize again that this event really is a collaboration between public and private. We have many different entities who have come together to help our fellow citizens within the City of Norfolk. Stop Inc., which is our community action agency, which has been here for over 57 years. That's my daytime job. I get to serve as the Vice President of Organizational Development there. Along with Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, our Norfolk chapter here, as well as with Sentara, who really came out in a big way. And we'll talk about what they're doing to help us with this event. along with the G.W.C. Brown Education Fund. We're really trying to that are powering this particular event here, helping to raise necessary funds and gather individuals throughout the city and the area who want to help on this particular day. But I will share the objectives that we shared as a common group. That we wanted a community event that provided information, resources, and services that are central to our Ward 3 community and the greater city of Norfolk. We want to bring together a grassroots collection of resources from local area businesses, agencies, faith leaders, and organizations to serve our students, families, seniors, and neighborhoods who may otherwise have limited access to these programs. And so when you start to think about this, you will begin to see that throughout this entire event. And on this particular day, you'll see just that. Many different faces, many different organizations, many different groups coming together for a common goal. Would you not agree?
Exactly, Vice Chair. And we even have the military involved. We have everybody. And what was really important, this isn't about us. It is not about us. And Vice Chairman, he fully understands who I am. And that is the reason why we could come together. It's not about him. It is not about me. It is strictly about the people. And I want you, if I have it in the palm of my hand, if it is available to you, all you have to do is have the willingness to go get it. That's the beauty of it all. Go and get what is offered to you and what has been intentionally planned for you. So thank you.
Great. So this is actually, a lot of people are like, so where's the Community Connect going to take place? And for anyone who's been around the city of Norfolk, again, as we stated, it's in Ward 3, but it's where the old not Richard Bowman, but the old Dreamkeepers Academy used to be located. And that's 2600 East Princess Anne Road. Many of us probably driven past there, and you see that beautiful large field, those nice oak trees out there. But we're going to fill it with a lot of great people, a lot of great resources on that day. And it happens to be right across the street from that very new park that you dedicated.
Are you referring to, Vice Chairman, the new Broad Creek Legacy Park?
I might. But it's a great connection. I mean, as we're bringing all this together. So for those who are looking, that's that space. It's a beautiful open space that we're going to utilize and bring the whole city together on that day.
And for those of you who grew up in Broad Creek, whether it was in historic Broad Creek or Bowling Park or Roberts Park, this area is known as Roberts Park Elementary School. And then we were asked to bring in Dreamkeepers Academy, which the community was more than happy to welcome them into the Broad Creek community. So it's the old Roberts Park Elementary School.
So register. This is important. We want people to register for this event. And we're going to talk about some of the other things that are going to take place. But if you go to the website, and I'm going to bring that back up, you can go online to the communityconnect.org and you can register right online.
But Ms. Vice Chair,
yes,
can you tell the audience, let's just say that we're all into computers, technology, but let's just say that there may be difficulties with technology for whatever reason. Is there another way that they can register, whether it is to participate or as a volunteer, how can they get access to getting involved?
Definitely. So I'm going to talk about volunteering and the vendor opportunity that's coming right up. But if you are unable to get online to register, you can actually just show up on that day, and we'll be able to get you registered right in there at the door on the day. So I don't want anybody to feel like just because I couldn't get online to register ahead of time that you can't participate. Everyone is welcome, and we welcome you to come that day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what can you expect at the Community Connect this year? Well, we're going to talk about it, but COVID-19 vaccinations, and we're going to talk about a little bit about that in a second. But there'll be health screenings. And we wanted to definitely emphasize that the Community Connect wasn't just a back to school just for our young scholars, but this is truly for every age group, every person in our city. And so we've got senior services that'll be there. We've got mental services. We've got physicals that'll be available for our young scholars to get them prepared for school. We'll have dental screenings. There's free eye exams that are being offered to people on that day, as well as your cholesterol and blood pressure. There's also going to be prescription assistance there, as well as helping individuals learn how to sign up for insurance. There's disability. We're also expungement services and learning how to get your voting rights restored, and voter registration. Job placement, which is something very exciting. We will actually have employers there on that day who will be doing on-the-spot hiring. On-the-spot hiring. I don't know if anybody saw it, but there was, I think I got the inside business that said that Virginia we had a 67% increase in Hampton Roads and unemployment applications last week. Well, we want to get people back to work. There are a lot of opportunities out there, and we have employers who will be right there at this event. Again, we're not just looking to hand out paper, we're looking to get people connected to resources. Weatherization along with energy assistance. There'll be, go ahead, Councilwoman. I see your hand.
Vice Chair, can I just jump in for just a moment, sir? So we're talking about all of the resource that will be available on this day. But I know that there are people who are wondering, how did we come up with this list? Well, here's how we did it. We really took the time to think about, discuss, and plan everything that people wanted to know. All the questions, all the excitement, all the concerns, all of the needs that people were asking us, that we had to find the information. So when I mentioned to you that this was intentional, this is intentional, because all of this list that Vice Chair is going over now, it came from you. It came from the organizations who are willing to be the vendors. It came from Team Norfolk, who without them, wow, the city is very grateful to Team Norfolk. And so, Vice Chair, as you go through this list, I really wanted the people to know, hey, how did you come up with this list? It's intentional. And it was all about you, of compiling the information and working through the pandemic. We heard you, even through the pandemic. The city, often we have to say, and Vice Chair, he laughs a lot, when we have to tell people, the city never closes. It does not. The buildings close, but the people are always at work for you 24/7. And so, Vice Chair, as you go through this list, I know that you're strongly encouraging the people as you go through this list. But again, I will say thank you to all of the citizens for talking to us, for sending your emails, for being concerned about hearing your voice, because I think we got it covered. We got this. Am I right, Vice Chair? We got this right. I can promise the citizens that we got this right. We are prepared to serve you on August 28th and beyond, because some of the things that are on this list are already in place in the city of Norfolk. You just have to learn how to go and get it. Did I say it, Vice Chair?
You're right on it, Councilwoman. That's back in our objective. Far too often, we have the services that are already in place, but many times folks don't know how to access it. It might be right there. We can say, well, it's on the website or it's there. It's these types of activities, these types of intentional events where we're able to connect people and connect resources that really make a difference. So you're right on. So we, as you sit here, we have educational assistance and resources. We've got workforce development programs. We've got opportunities with our with Norfolk State and Old Dominion. There are opportunities to get you back engaged and get you back on your feet. As many of us are dealing with right now with the pandemic, as many of you all probably heard about last week when the rental assistance moratorium have went away, and then you heard it came back. Many folks are still having housing insecurity, and when it comes to rental assistance, and when we look at our mortgages, we will be out there to assist you that day. If you're having problems paying your utilities, we will be out there to assist you that day. And as well as food assistance, and I'll have to give this shout out here to the food bank. The food bank is going to be unveiling their 757 mobile market. They unveiled it in Virginia Beach, but now they're unveiling it in Norfolk, and they're doing it at our event on that day. So our citizens will have an opportunity to be able to get on that mobile market and to be able to get water and other items. But the food bank didn't stop there. They're also going to have a truck with food, boxes of food for our citizens and for those who are in need on that particular day. So we're making sure that you come one way, but definitely when you leave the Community Connect, you will be connected with the resources that you need to get you to the next level there. And so you'll see transportation, veteran services, and I have to kind of emphasize that our veterans, we have special programs specifically for you on that day. If you're looking for employment, if you're having housing insecurity, there are programs that are available for you. And if you know of someone who is a veteran and they need that help, get them to the Community Connect on August 28th. But it's not all about the serious stuff. There's tons of stuff for the kids too. And we've got a lot of games and a lot of great opportunities. We'll talk about prizes and some of those other things there. But did you want to add anything, Kathy? Well, as I mentioned, Sentara, it's going to be doing a COVID-19 vaccination event that day. They'll be offering the Pfizer vaccine. And so we're encouraging anyone who's not vaccinated to sign up. We'll be pushing more of that information out next week. But also, Councilwoman, I do believe here in the city of Norfolk, we have some COVID-19 vaccination events going on, particularly I think back at Military Circle on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right?
So Vice Chair, the city continues to get the word out, to encourage people. The site at Military Circle is still open. It will be open for some time. And we chose Military Circle to provide a central location along the transportation lines so that people could actually get there. So yes, sir, the city is still having satellite sites We also have our faith-based community who continues to be involved and excited about serving the people of the city of Norfolk. We would not have been able to do it without our faith-based community, without our partnerships in the city as we go through the pandemic, Vice Chair.
Definitely. Also, Sentara's providing their mammogram van on that day. And so if you go to our website or any of our social media, you can call the number and they're giving out free mammogram checks that day. You can sign up so that you can get your appointment. But you think, like you said, Councilwoman Johnson, when you start to think about it, as I'm mentioning these things, we've got a lot of stuff that we're doing on the 28th.
We do, Vice Chair, and according to your list, your list has some other partnerships that will be added. This is just the most recent update as of last week. But I also heard you mention something about the rental assistance with utilities and rent and everything. And so Norfolk Neighborhood Development Services will be there, and they are ready. They sent me a list, and I passed it on to Vice Chair about all of the things they want to do to help people with rent assistance, mortgage assistance. But there's one thing I want to tell you. Do not leave your place where you live now. Do not. I'll say it again. Do not. Stay there. Let us help you. Because if you're in place, then that gives us even more information, and it assists us in helping you to get where you need to go. So don't be moving out. And I'm saying it, I know I'm live, I'm saying it. If you're having difficulties, then you need to reach out now. So I said it, Vice Chair, I know what I'm talking about. It becomes extremely difficult when people move out of where they said they had to leave for us to assist them. So you reach out to us and let us take you through the process. Neighborhood services, Vice Chair, they are ready.
They are. And like I said, there's so many resources that are there, and we're still accepting individuals to come in and offer resources. So as we're using this whole theme of lending a hand, and so we're looking for individuals who would like to serve as an exhibitor or a service provider on that day. If you go to the communityconnect.org, at the top button right there, you can fill out the application to serve as a exhibitor or service provider on that day. We're not charging for tables or anything like that. We want you to be there as long as you are providing a service, you're providing information that is useful to the people. We want you to be there. So encouraging you, if you know of someone, if you're watching this or you're watching this on social and you see it after we finish this live, go in, you look at the comment section, there's a link to the website, you can go there and you can sign up to be a service provider. And in the same respect, Councilwoman Johnson alluded to this earlier, we're looking for a cadre of volunteers. Volunteers is what's making this entire event happen. And so we're looking for folks. In our conversation, we're having weekly meetings, and we're identifying, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit about our school supply drive. But we're preparing essentially for 2,000 backpacks to be able to give to our young scholars here in the city of Norfolk on that day. Well, it's going to take a lot of effort to get all of those things sorted, get them organized. So we're looking for individuals to be able to help us with that, as well as everyone who attends the event will receive a bag with resources. They'll receive a KN95 masks for that day. You got hand sanitizer. We've got all different types of things, as well as I'm going to talk a little bit. There's some other things in there that will allow you, some folks, to walk away with some door prizes and some very exciting items that day. You can put your hand down, Councilman. You can't have that. It's like the radio station. We're now eligible.
Hey, it's a part of my background. It's a part of who I am, to be recognized out of respect. So with that said, Vice Chair, when you mentioned about the volunteers and everybody like that, the other part that we considered for the Community Connect is that this is an engagement event. There is not going to be people who are just sitting behind the tables, not engaging with the residents and just passing out papers. We're not having any of that, okay? They are there to make a great impact on people's lives. And so when I mentioned this to Vice Chairman, Carlos said, I got you, Councilwoman. I know how you are. You got to have that boots on the ground mentality. You got to take it to the streets. You got to provide hubs for that people can have the accessibility. So this too, along with what Vice Chair said about the volunteers, it is also about engaging Team Norfolk, engaging our organizations. The alphas, the sororities are ready. They are going to be with the people. So thank you, Vice Chair. I had to get that in.
I appreciate that, definitely. As I was alluding to about the school supply drive, this is exactly one of those activities, Councilwoman Johnson, that everybody can take part in. We are accepting donations. The G.W.C. Brown Legacy Education Fund is leading this particular piece here, but they're bringing together, we have several churches, several organizations, businesses who are donating items. And we decided to not just kind of give out the little pieces here, but we're taking a bold state to say that we're putting together entire backpacks for 2,000 students. And I know Councilwoman Johnson, in our meeting, you expressed the making sure that we got our pre-K students there. So we're having our pre-K and kindergarten, our first through third, our fourth through sixth grade, middle and high school. And so if you go to the website again, you'll be able to find additional information about this particular activation and how you can get involved. So, one, let everybody know we're having a great time on that day. We are providing to you live entertainment. At about 3:30 that afternoon, Better by Tuesday, which is a phenomenal band of young millennials from Hampton Roads, who will be providing about an hour and a half, as they would say, set of live entertainment. So, come on out, bring your lunch, sit down, enjoy. One of the things that I didn't mention earlier is that we have food trucks that will be out there. We have the Norfolk Police Department. It's going to be there, and they're going to have their ice cream truck for providing free ice cream to our young scholars here in the community. And we're going to have a great opportunity for the entire family to come out, not only to receive resources, get connected with great information, get some things done for them, but it's an opportunity just for us as a community to be able to fellowship in a safe way. And we'll talk a little bit more about the COVID protocols that we're having there. But we are looking for a safe, fun event.
So Vice Chair, are you saying to the people what we've done intentionally involves helping small businesses? because this group right here, I see them as small business owners along with the food truck. Am I hearing you right?
You are hearing me right. You're hearing that correct.
Exactly. So when people talk about um, supporting Black-owned businesses, that is exactly what we're doing. But we took it to the next level. So in Ward 3, and do I know Ward 3? Oh, yeah, I know Ward 3. Ward 3 has Blacks, whites, Hispanics, Hondurans, Puerto Ricans, we have Asian. We have the melting pot in Ward 3. And you better believe it is my honor to serve all people from across the city. So when you talk about supporting small businesses, the Community Connect, we handled everybody. We had everybody in mind when we're talking about organizations and small businesses. We have it all because that is what is represented in Ward 3, but it is also what the city of Norfolk is supposed to represent. So that's what we intentionally done. So thank you, Vice Chairman, for bringing up that note, and so that I could tell the people really what this is all about when we say it is for all the people in Ward 3 as well as the city of Norfolk.
You got it. Now I'm gonna tell you, Event About Tuesday is going to be the icing on the cake for the event that day. So again, if you haven't done so, go in, register right now. And again, if you can't get online, you can definitely just show up to the event on that day. We're going to have door prizes, raffles, and giveaways. And next week, I will unveil what some of those things are. So I got to build a little anticipation about it. But a couple of those things may involve a triple T. That you have some time once we get past all this COVID stuff. You got about 5 years to plan and take. So the last thing is we're kind of wrapping this up here is that you can connect with us, and we encourage you to do that and follow us on social media. You can do that on Facebook at the Norfolk Community Connect. You can follow us on Twitter, the Community Co. 6, and on Instagram at the Community Connect, as well as going to the website. We encourage you to like, share. When you see a post, repost that out there. You're posting or reposting something, you never know what people see who may have missed that, but because you reposted it, now they were able to get connected with us and they can come in and have all those great resources that we're providing on that day as well. And so we invite everyone to go to the communityconnect.org and to be with us on Saturday, August 28th. Councilwoman, do you have any closing remarks?
The one closing remark I would say and end with is again the importance of making it about the citizens. One of the other things that I want you to be aware of that is happening at the old Jordan Newby Library, you know, that has been a hot spot since we opened the new Jordan Newby Library. And so I've had many proposals as far as what to do with that building. But one thing in my mind, it had to be about the community. It had to serve the community. So it is with great pleasure. And some of you may have noticed that the food bank truck has been at that location. So that is our newest community hub for serving our scholars at Norfolk State University. The scholars at Norfolk State University with a pantry there for them, as well as the entire community within Ward 3. So I would say again, intentional. Everything is intentional, Vice Mayor. I know you know that as we continue on our journey to serve the people. So check that out, the food bank that is trying to get things together in the old Jordan Newby Library, right at the corner of Park Avenue and Virginia Beach Boulevard. Again, another great resource coming to Ward 3 to serve the people. And Vice Chair, a very special thank you to everybody who has committed to making this one of the greatest events in the city of Norfolk, because that's the buzz, that this is going to be big. And every time someone describes it as big, Vice Chair and I have to go back and plan. Well, did we cover this? Let's do our checklist again, to make sure that we've covered everything. But thank you to all of Team Norfolk for them volunteering, and the organizations, the vendors, the small business owners for making this possible, and to the mayor and the governing body of the City of Norfolk, who believes in the vision of Ward 3 to make it a great place to live, to play, and to work, but also that other communities from around the city can join us, Vice Mayor, as we continue to do great things in Ward 3. So thank you to the citizens, Vice Chairman. It is greatly appreciative.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Johnson. As we affectionately say, Team Ward 3, but we are the center of the city. And that's why we're having this event on that particular day, to really outreach to the entire city. So I echo everything that you have said. I cannot thank the individuals who are serving on the planning committee, the vendors who've already signed up, the volunteers who've already signed up. Just encourage you, if you are interested, if you're inspired by what you've heard and you want to be a part of it, please go visit communityconnect.org to sign up as a vendor, an exhibitor, a service provider, or if you want to serve as a volunteer. We are looking for you to be able to come out and to be able to serve. And it doesn't matter if you want to serve on that day. We have opportunities where you can be able to serve ahead of time. And to be able to help this event. It is all about the community coming together to help one another.
Yes, and the governing body also includes the city manager, because he is a part of the city council governing body as we make decisions for our communities, our citizens, and the city of Norfolk.
Definitely. And so with that, I want to thank everyone for joining us. As I mentioned, we'll have another live next Thursday, and we'll share some more details around our parking, around the door prizes, a lot of the additional details. But in the interim, please visit that website, thecommunityconnect.org, and please share the information, and even like and share this live on your pages and share with others. So with that, again, we say have a great night and have a great rest of the week.